Hello, hello. Okay, on to our next lesson. More multiplying, but this time we have special cases. So it's going to feel really similar to what we've been doing the last few days in class. But today we're going to see if we can notice a pattern and maybe make our lives a little easier. Okay? So today's lesson isn't going to be anything new. It could help you in the long run if you want to be more efficient, if that's something you're interested in. But I will say with that, being efficient sometimes causes you to make more mistakes. All right, we'll talk about that when we get there. But let's just find the product here. So product we know means to multiply. So I'm kind of confused, right? I only see x plus x. I only see one binomial, and up until this point we were seeing two. Well, remember that squared? Well, think about what squared means, you guys. 6 squared really means 6 times 6, so something times itself. So even though it's not written like this, that's what that squared means. So I'm going to rewrite this so I can see it a little bit better. This really means x plus 6 times x plus 6. And now we have a problem that we've been doing for, like I said, a few days now. So let's FOIL it out. X times x squared. X times 6 is 6x. Go through with our 6. 6 times x is 6x. And then our last 6 times 6 is 36. Again, if we do it correctly, our middles will be combined. So x squared plus 12x plus 36. That is our answer. Let's try another one, folks. Again, this really means I'm multiplying this by itself. So 3x plus 4 times 3x plus 4. FOIL this bad boy out. 3x times 3x is 9. Oh no. X squared. 4 times, oops. Woo, reverse, hold on, don't get at me. 3x times 4 is 12x. Go through with our 4. 4 times 3 is 12x. And 4 times 4 is 16. From here, we'll know that our middles are combined in. So 9x squared plus 24x plus 16. Okay, I encourage you folks to try this last one on your own, and we will compare notes while I erase. There we go. Okay, I'm going to erase this so I have some space. All right. Here we go. I'm going to rewrite it so I can see it. FOIL this out. 5x times 5x is 25x squared. 5x times negative 3 is negative 15x. Negative 3 times 5 is negative 15x. And negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. Add our middles together. We're at final answer of 25x squared minus 30x plus 9. How'd you do? Pat yourself on the back if you got it right. So now it says, do we notice a pattern? Is there a shortcut that maybe we could take? So if you guys look at what we started with and what our answers were, what do we notice? Well, for me, I'm noticing that my first and last term are just the square of these two. Because what's x squared? X squared. And what's 6 squared? 36. So I might write that the first and last term are squared. And then, is there anything in the middle that we notice? Right? You're going to get the same thing. You're going to get the same thing here. So we just double it, right? We double that middle product. You can write that if you want, but I think the big thing here, though, is that you notice that the first and last term are squared. And then this guy here is doubled. What you got here gets doubled for that middle term. So we do have a shortcut way of writing this. This is kind of just some math jargon, just like a formula if you were interested in writing it. So if we look here, we know we double the first term. and we double that last term. By doubling, I mean square, you guys, I misspoke. We square it, we square those terms, excuse me, and then we double the product of both of them. Product means to multiply. So that's really like your formula if you ever wanted to just plug into it. Now when you minus, the only thing that's different, again, you square that first term, you square that second term, but when you multiply these guys together, it's negative. So negative 2ab. And folks, this is why sometimes I don't even like teaching this lesson this way, because some of you are going to get so ahead of yourself and just not foil it out. You're just going to assume you're doing it right and you're going to make mistakes. So if you don't remember this, don't worry about it. You guys can do it the long way by foiling. That will never fail you. Don't get so caught up in being done quick and make mistakes. Take the time to write it out and you won't make mistakes. Okay? Let's see if we notice a pattern on these ones, all right? So same thing. X times x is x squared. X times negative 5 is negative 5x. Go through our middle. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times negative 5 is negative 25. If we look here, again, remember we're going to combine those. So we'll drop down our x squared. But this time when we combine, what happens? What's negative 5 plus 5? They cancel out. So these just go away, and then we're just left with our last term. So that's it. We're done. Let's go again. X times x is x squared. X times 9 is 9x. Negative 9 times x is negative 9x. Negative 9 times 9 is negative 81. Again, if we did this correctly, our middles will cancel out or combine, which end up canceling out in this case, right? 9x minus 9x. They go away. There we go. Again, I encourage you to pause this video. I know there's variables on this, but see what you can do and then compare with me. Okay, I'm going to go through it. 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times y is just 3xy. Go through. Negative y times 3x is negative 3xy. Negative y times y is negative y squared. Again, check yourself. Did we do it correctly? Yep. Our middles will cancel, so we'll have 9x squared minus y squared. So what patterns do we notice, folks? Well, when you have basically the same binomial, but we have different signs, right? Okay, so we have a plus sign and then a minus sign, a minus and a plus, a minus and a plus. Our middle terms cancel. Our middle terms cancel. That doesn't look like cancel, does it? So you square the first number and you multiply the second number, right? But the big thing here is that our middle terms cancel. So if you wanted to write that as a pattern, a times a is a squared, b times negative b is negative b squared. Done. So these last four, pause the video, try them on your own. Use the shortcut if you'd like, but if you guys don't understand the shortcut, don't use it. Write them out, foil it out. You know how to do that, and you can check with me. I'm going to run through these quick, and I'm going to work them out the long way. You know why? Because I know I won't make mistakes that way. And that's how my brain works. And if yours is able to do this without making a mistake, that's incredible. But I'm going to work it out the long way. Those guys cancel. Minus 100. There we go. How'd 7 go? That was a good one. I know that really means to multiply by itself. A times a is a squared. A times negative 6 is negative 6a. Negative 6 times a is negative 6a. Negative 6 times negative 6 is negative 36. Oh boy, what font did I choose? Okay, our a squared is going to drop down. these guys are going to combine. Negative 6a times negative 6a is negative 12a minus 36. So here, did you get this right? Did you end up with this, or did you use a shortcut wrong? If you use the shortcut wrong, don't do the shortcut. Just FOIL it out. All right, last two. Again, I'm going to write it next to it because I know that's what that really means. Now I'm going to FOIL it out. 7x times 7x is 49x squared. 7x times 5 is 35x. 5 times 7x is 35x. 5 times 5 is 25. Combine my like terms. So 49x squared, 35 plus 35, you guys, is 70x plus 25. And our last one, give myself some space here. Here we go. 4a times 4a is 16a squared. 4a times b is 4ab. Negative b times 4a is negative 4ab. And negative b times b is negative b squared. Let's see what happens here. Drop down that 16a squared. 4ab minus 4ab, they cancel. So we're just left with that minus b squared. Whew, okay, nice. Again, if you're not very confident in those shortcuts, just please FOIL it out. You will make far, far, far less mistakes. Okay, thank you for listening. Goodbye.